I've been muted this whole time. I've been muted this whole time. That's actually insane. I've been muted this whole time. I'm so glad nobody's been watching. Holy moly. I've been yapping to myself about nothing. I've been yapping and it hasn't been filmed, so now I feel like mildly, like embarrassed, cause like, come on, dude. I was just talking to myself. That's so embarrassing. Been muted this whole time. That's so embarrassing. Oh my gosh. That's tragic. Ah. I'm so sad because I talked about so many cool things and talking about them again will make it. Man. Just put the carrots in the field, bro. Just put the carrots in the field. Oh my gosh. Silk Touch and Fortune, I think, are both kinda bad on shovels. A shovel, in my opinion, should have neither. Because if you have Silk Touch, you're never gonna be able to get Flint when you need it. And if you have Fortune, you're never gonna be able to get Gravel when you need it. Fuck you. Um, but for those reasons, I think having a neither Silk Touch nor Fortune pickaxe is really goated. There we go. Just gotta destroy the skeleton's way up, and then I don't have to worry about it. Nice. Just faceplant right into the ground, sure. You ain't getting me, bro. That zombie thought he was gonna kill me. I think mobs in Minecraft are too stupid. I wish they were smart. Like, would wait outside your door, or like not make sounds intentionally after you detect them, of course, but like, I wish they just did things to make them, like, more clever, you know? Like, zombies should not be so stupid they walk in front of aggroed skeletons and then aggro at the skeleton, you know? Like, I get it, skeletons are hard. They don't really need this sort of, like, micro buff in this economy. Um, in this economy. But I do think it would help the overall game if mobs were just a little bit smarter. Not anything too crazy, but just a little bit smarter, a little bit harder to escape, coordinated in groups just a little bit better. It would be really interesting. Ooh, I hear a police car. Ah. Alright. We're fine, we're alive. Even if we trip on the stairs, we will rebuild. I should grab, one of the shulkers of dirt. Because I'll need almost a full shulker. I'm just realizing each layer of stone here is almost a full shulker. That's kind of absurd, I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of absurd. It's multiple shulker boxes of materials displaced. And it only increases the size of the farm a little bit. A very little bit. I'm lucky my followers didn't make me place 10,000 blocks again. Because, genuinely, like, the excavation alone here would take so long. Oh, I was wondering how those torches all got there, and I just realized They're from when I lit up the caves, except the caves are no longer caves because I'm mining them. I see. I see. I had just accepted the fact at face value that those torches appeared there. I think after this we'll gather cobblestone. In fact, I might swap to, yeah, I'm gonna swap to the fortune pick right now. So that we can get cobble. And then I guess I'll also place a few stacks of dirt so that we can store some of this. We'll plant all the there was one request I could pretty easily do. They want their 32 blocks to be placed 4 blocks above. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. And then the only drawback to this is I'll need to have a torch or two here to light up the area underneath. So that it doesn't become an unintentional mob farm. Ah, I only meant to turn off my light overlay. Alright, and then I'll need to plant another guy at X0, Z0. I'm gonna turn on my fan, so I'm sorry if it causes like the audio quality to decrease. I'm just really warm. Alright. Where did that come from? I just got shot at. Oh my gosh. Stupid, stupid skeletons. Seeing the arrow fly in from off screen was so comedic. Oh my gosh. That was such wacky timing. Alright, back to mining. Mining away. Why does it say I need to sleep? There are monsters nearby? I'm just gonna assume it was a thunderstorm, I guess. Thunderstorm I never saw. But thunderstorm nonetheless, I guess. I'm gonna toss the stone I have in my inventory, cause low-key I have enough stone and just want the cobble. Oh, but you can convert between them at a stone cutter. I don't care. It's still nice having access to cobblestone as a block easily. Oh, why am I doing that? I'm a buffoon. Ow. I was expecting that to pull up and it didn't. Low-key, I need to make a trip to my storage facility again. Oh no, I have one more empty temporary bag. And that should be all the space I need to. Which is great. Oh, that was so weird. I was looking like this and I thought I was horizontal. I thought I was sideways. Let's grab some of this. Continue our little barrier here. Oh. Have y'all ever had the displeasurable experience of realizing you don't want to be friends with someone after you befriend them? I've had that experience pretty recently where, like, who I thought my friend was like a facade, and what they actually are is not something I would be friends with. You know? But it's like too late. I'm already friends with the guy. And they're not necessarily a bad person. They're just really insecure about their academic performance. Like, really insecure about it, to the point where if I make a statement about a, like, historical fact I learned, they'll straw man it and say, oh, that's not true, in order to feel smart, in order to feel like a teacher, when all they've done is misrepresent the thing I've said. You know? Where it's like, yeah, I guess that's not true. I don't know who you're talking to or what you're talking about, but sure, man, I guess that's not true. It's really annoying. And that's unfortunate, because they, like, view me as, like, a dear friend, and I don't know how to unfriend people. IRL? There's no button for that. You kinda just have to deal with the consequences of your kindness. It's unfortunate. Let's call them Craig for reference. Craig, yeah. And like, I befriended Craig because we're both in the same major. And like, they do know more about history generally than I do. But there's also things they've learned that are YouTube historian tidbits. Like pseudo-archaeological things. That they prescribe as fact, you know? So it is kind of mixed. It's a mixed bag. Most of the times, I would like fact check our conversations after, and they added like a maybe 79 to 80% accuracy, and then only like 5% of it is outright misinformation. You know? So like, there's still a lot of good things to learn. So I would like, we got in the habit of showing up like an hour early to class every time just to chat with each other. An example of this is like yesterday we were talking about like one of our Arabic classmates studied Hindi not long ago, like the language, and he was talking about the Indo-Aryan migration, where the Aryan peoples of, I believe they lived in the steppes, I'm not sure, but I believe they lived in the steppes, and they migrated into India like thousands of years ago. And he prescribes to what I found is called online the Indo-Aryan invasion theory, which is the idea that the Aryan people came in and conquered, which, like, there isn't archaeological evidence for this. It's just an assertion the Nazis made in order to drum up the mythos around the Aryan people being somehow superior. Um, you know, it's that kind of misinformation, and um, like it was a whole ordeal. Like we had to fact check him. You wouldn't just take my classmate's word for it. In fact, he was like, no, no, I know this. And it's like, the dumbest a man is when he thinks he knows something. In my belief, in my worldview, there is nothing more dangerous to learning than thinking you know. Because if you think you know, you're not open to contradicting information. And when you do hear contradicting information, you're gonna fight it. You're gonna fight a ghost of your own ignorance, you know? And like, nobody wants to, nobody thinks that's fun. And like, it's just, like, it's not a bad thing to know things when you know things, but to think you know things is it's a different thing, you know? I don't know if I'm making sense, but like, to know and to think you know are different. And if you know, that is good. If you know and think you know, that's bad. If you don't know and think you know, that's even worse. Like, because then you're wrong and confident, you know? Plus, I feel like I'm a bad influence on this friend, just because I'm kind of like an academic weapon. And it doesn't really help their insecurity very much to see somebody not study and maybe struggle a little, but like perform at or better. It fucks with their ego, and they've made it known to me that it fucks with their ego. I don't know if I should feel like bad for that. I mean, they're a Buddhist, you know, so like, oh no, it hurts your ego. I'm helping you in the long run, trust, you know? But I don't know, it feels weird. It feels weird. It puts me in an odd position where I'm like worrying, but then also kind of annoyed, and then also kind of fed up, but then still worried about my dear friend, you know? So it's like, at what point do I just call it quits, you know? And how would I go about doing that? That kind of thing. Adult friendships are weird. Adult friendships are strange. Making friends with adults is like watching paint dry sometimes. And especially in Gen Z, I think a lot of us are, I think, more aware of like illness, disorders of the mind, that kind of thing. But not many of us do anything with that knowledge, you know? Let alone help yourself. I don't know where I'm going on this side tangent. Yeah, I don't think I had a point saying that. So ignore it. But adult friendships are strange. Oh, that's where I was going. Especially in Gen Z, it feels like we all have a ton of baggage. And like, we're very aware of it, I think. But that doesn't mean anybody's actively working to self-improvement, and sometimes that can be a little draining, you know? And I don't want to speak for their journey. I'm not talking about Craig right now. I'm just talking about the idea of adult friendships in general. Craig is very good at self-improvement, I think, from what I've heard, from what I've seen. I mean, like, on one hand, how do I put it? Like, I understand it to a degree, you know, because like ego's a weird thing where even if you don't want it, it develops. You could have an ego death experience and within a month be back to like having a complete and intact ego. It'll just look slightly different, you know? Um, maybe better. At least a bit more nuanced, hopefully. Um, but it's fundamentally the same object. What am I yapping about? Dude, why am I talking about, like, the philosophical concept of consciousness right now? I'm just planting carrots. The woke left. The woke left wants to stop me from planting carrots. Alrighty. Short break, back to work, back on that grind. Getting the stream to do what I need it to here is gonna be kind of weird. Cause I don't know how I wanna do it. But essentially what the issue will be is, for one, okay, the water stream itself isn't gonna pose a threat. I'm glad about that. I was worried it would. But then we have the follow-up question of getting that not to do that. In short of just having a ring like this, I don't really know what I'd do. I think I just need to have a ring like this and then place a torch here for safety. Here it'll be easy, cause like the water is never threatening to pour over crops. Yeah. This is almost halfway done. Nice. Is this still the copyright free music? Nice. Nice. Hey, Peter. Oh, we're past when I said I would stop the count. I need to get final counts. I need to get final counts right now. So we stopped the count 38 minutes ago, which means those two don't count. So we subtract 2 from our current Instagram, which is 3 more. So 2,187. When I said I would stop the count. And then the same amount on TikTok. So that's only a stack and a half more blocks, which is 1 more row, because we only had up to half a stack here. So I just need to clear out 1 more row, which is not hard. Low key. Where's that DMCA free Stardew Valley? I wouldn't want my video getting restricted though. So, uh, just pretend I didn't do that, YouTube. Just pretend, please. Ignore those 3 seconds of copyrighted sound. Woody please, with the cherry on top. Thank you, YouTube. No, actually, just for that, they're cursing me, my grandparents, and my great-grandchildren. Not the people in between those, so like my parents are fine, and my children and grandchildren will be fine, but my grandparents and my great-grandchildren, they're cooked. They're cooked. YouTube's gonna slime them out. Which sucks. I love my grandparents. I'm sorry, YouTube. Please let them be. And then there is just a little more that I do need to do. I'll build a boundary like this, but anything more than that feels excessive and pointless. Speed, help, my mom is kinda homeless. Ah. A lot of the people that are following me keep telling me to automate this, to optimize it, and it's like, things don't have to be optimized to be absurd, and my goal here is absurdism. Granted, it would be more absurd to have a carrot farm this large, fully optimized, fully automated. That is definitely more absurd, but it's not my primary focus, you know? Plus, like, think about the logistics, just for 1 second. I can't possibly... Well, mobs don't spawn in chunks that are only rendered by ender pearls and not players. But in order to keep the villagers safe, I wouldn't be able to use the places adjacent to land, because they'll be in danger. So I would only be able to automate this stretch near the ocean, which honestly isn't all that much. So like, why would I do that when I can, whenever I need carrots, I can just actually get the joy of carrot farming, you know? It's like, what's the point? What is the point of automation? Now what I might actually do is install the create mod on the server side and build a giant carrot harvesting machine, because that would be pretty freaking sick. But I'd have to put it to server vote, so. And I already have us voting on a new member today, so I can't vote a mod as well, you know? Even if it would bring about the carrot golden age. Yeah. Oh, see ya. That was awkward, but okay. Oh no. Ah. No. Okay, you can hoe path dirt. Low key, that's a way to untill paths without having to break the block. Or to unpath blocks without having to break the block. If you till it. That's not what I meant to do. No. No. Oh my gosh. Minecraft is actually stupid sometimes, I swear. I wish you could favorite items and then it'll stop you from throwing them. Surely that's a client-side mod. Surely. Did I plant carrots up there? I don't think I did. Okay. I might get Little Caesars tonight. That would be pretty yummy. That would be pretty yummy, I must say. Okay, we're just munching on a carrot. Mid plant, we're a fucking rabbit. We're a bunny. Low key. 1 second. I'm gonna stop screen sharing just for a second while I boot up my Discord. Because I want to see if anyone's in a VC so that I can exploit my friends for content. Ah, doesn't look like it. Nobody's in a VC anywhere. Tragic. Tragic. Alrighty. Yeah, Google is actually kind of like they've tried to integrate AI searching to such a degree that it's actually a useless machine now, I think. Because like I Googled the other day how to lower stream delay using OBS, and it told me to reduce my bitrate, to try restarting and reinstalling the thing. It just immediately assumed that I had tried the button to lower stream delay, you know, when I hadn't. And I was looking for, hey, could you tell me where that button is? Um, so like that's totally useless because I'm not looking for alternatives to the button. The button works just fine. I low-key need to harvest more carrots. Low-key, I should fill up at least a few double chests full of carrots. It wouldn't take me very long at all. almost free. And then I can take an Overwatch break, which I'll probably also stream just because I am pretty good at Overwatch. Confident enough, at least in my abilities, that I don't think I'll be laughed off the stage. Unless I get put in like a freaking diamond lobby for like no reason. But usually the people who play Overwatch aren't very smart, so. Like the last game I played, I was Bridget and my other support was Zenyatta. Brig Zen is the single worst support comp in the game. And we won because they were actually stupid. They were actually all brain damaged, I fear. Like they were not good at all. Like I'd be concerned to learn that their fingers weren't glued to the W button because it really seemed like they were. I need cocoa beans. Because somebody wants to be a cocoa bean. So I'll need at least one jungle log. Nope, 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 none of that. Don't mind me. Don't mind me! Where did you even come from? Where did you even come from? Okay, I have my cocoa beans. I can get out of here. Ah! And then the carrots that don't represent anybody are right here. So I'll put the jungle log right here. These 6 don't actually represent anybody. They're planted to fill space. And that's a cocoa bean. So we filled the cocoa bean request. We filled the floating 4 blocks above everyone else request. Somebody's been asking for 3 days for me to plant them at world spawn, so I kinda gotta reward that dedication. I kinda gotta reward the dedication. So that means I'm planting a carrot at world spawn. But I can finish my recording here. Which is huge, because that was a long session. That was like 3 hours. Okay. I don't need dirt, actually. Will there be dirt at world spawn? I don't actually know. I'm gonna bring it. And then I definitely need more fireworks to get there, so. Yeah, 3 flight duration 2 rockets should be enough to get me to world spawn, I think. If I'm smart with this vertical energy. Ooh. Almost nosedived. Nose dove? Nose dived. I dove in a pool. The plane dove. Nose dove. Nose dived. Nose dived is definitely the correct expression. That's so weird. Why is nose dove ungrammatical? I guess nosedive is a compound, and it's kind of got its own morphology. That's so weird. That's so freaky. For no reason. Huh, that's weird. I thought I moved world spawn down there. Which one of these is the right one? This one? I think so. I think that's 0, 0. There is no perfect 0, 0. But I need a torch here to keep it lit. And then I can plant a carrot here. This is not 0, 0. Yo.
My cousin's headed out.
Epic. Dude, they were...
Yeah, there's something.
Dude, I didn't want to say anything mean while they were here. But, like...
I mean, they're kids, you know, they're high school.
Yeah, yeah.
They're graduating, so
Whatever.
everybody grows up, right?
True, true.
At least they trained me the yard, though.
I've gotta at the guy. Horrible. Spelled strangely. With a 0 and a 1. Alright, that's all the planting I need to do today. I'm gonna log off in here. Alright. I'm gonna edit that later. For now, I think I'm gonna swap over to Overwatch and play a couple games. And that is definitely streamable content. I know it's not Minecraft. I know it's not Minecraft, but it's a game. I need to run to the restroom real quick. I'm ready to be so bad at this game. I'm ready to be so bad at this game. I wonder if there's like royalty-free battle music I can use. Eh, we'll just go without music. We'll go musicless. Ah, New Queen Street? Really? Really? Alright. This is not too horrible a map for Brigida. For Bridget. But, I don't know. I'm not feeling hype about it. Alright. Let's turn on the Overwatch music. I haven't listened to that in a minute. And then we'll turn down the master volume a little. Yeah, that should be good. I think. I hope. I hope y'all can hear me decent. I'm going on the flank. How are you, yellow already? Don't die. Ooh, okay, we're locked. Epic, epic. Ooh, okay. Okay, we're alive. We're all alive. This is good. This is fine. This is okay. I'm gonna come up here on the flank. Free bonk. Free bonk. Stay alive. Stay alive. Free bonk. There's an on-run here. Got her. Epic. Let's get out of the enclosed space with Coalescence Orb in it. Free bonk, free bonk. I've got my ult, so this isn't too horrible. Moira ult is a little scary. That's an ult I'm not gonna contest. Ramatra ult is not worth spending an ult to counter. And now I kinda just need to wait to see him use his Nemesis form. And then I should more or less be safe to ult on them, I think. Stay alive! Damn. It's fine. Thick Timothy is dead. Ooh, but is our tank dead here? I think our tank might be dead here. Ooh! Stay alive. Thank you. Good job. Good job. Any decent support tells their tank they're doing a good job. Put that on skip. I'm rotating. Let's fall back. Ooh, that's bad. We just need to fall back here. Fall back. Yeah. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna contest that. Why are we stuck on a flagpole, Mercy? Mercy, you're playing the character with the most and easiest controllable mobility in the game. Why are we dying on map geometry? What are we doing? Free bonk? Oh, I missed it. I missed the free bonk. Good counter ult, Mercy. Good counter ult. I'm not good though. Okay, free bonk, free bonk. What are we doing? Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Yeah. That's two of their ults, but they definitely take the lead here. Yeah, my team just isn't grouping up, and they keep going in two at a time, dying, not getting any kills. It's really bad. Okay. See what happens when we group up and for some reason spend two ults on... two ults isn't that bad. We can get away with spending two ults here. We just have to win this next team fight without an ult, ideally. But I will ult if it means keeping my tank alive. Fuck it. Yeah, that's fucked. Sierra ult is fucked. That's unfortunate. We need him. Just to get to the map to the point on time, we need him. Come here, tank. That's unfortunate. Just stay on point, tank. Bear with it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Most kills on the lobby. Third most kills on my team. That's really the Onron's fault. GG, well played. Our Onron should low-key uninstall the game. Onron trash! Okay. Yeah, yeah. Reasonable? I think so.